And let's start with the first one. Can you read the question in bold? Can you read the question in bold? Lourdes, please.
Okay. Could you tell me about yourself and describe your background in brief? Is brief, teacher?
Yes, it's brief.
Okay.
Background in brief is tell me something in a short way.
Okay.
For example, I will give you a brief example about how to answer these questions. So it means that I will not extend myself so much.
Okay.
That's for everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
Please take note of this word, everyone, and add it to your 15 goals of today.
Okay. I following continue with the paragraph. Okay.
The two paragraphs.
Okay. Interviewers like to hear stories about candidates. Make sure your story have a great beginning, rewarding my middle, and an end that makes the interviewer root for you to win the job. Talk about a relevant incident that made you keen of the profession you are pursuing, and follow up by discussing your education. The story weave together how your academic training and your passion for the subject, thank you, or industry, the company, specialize in combined with your work experience, make you a great fit for the job. If you manage, teacher, can you send me, is managed?
This is with D at the end, managed.
Managed. Ah, yes, it's true. Yeah. If you've managed a complex project or worked on an exciting offbeat design, mention it. Thank you, teacher.
Right. So listen the example, class. Listen the example, because after we read this, we will play how to answer questions in a job interview. And I will ask you, and you will need to answer me. So listen, I come from a small town where opportunities were limited. Since good schools were in rarity, I started using online learning to stay up to date with the best. That's where I learned to code, and then I went on to get my certification as a computer programmer. After I got my first job as a front-end coder, I continued to invest my time in mastering both front and back-end languages, tools, and frameworks. So what do you think? How can you answer these questions applying the question to your life? How can you apply this question to your life?
Teacher, I'm sorry, what is the meaning of applied?
Apply? I will not say it in Spanish, but I can write it in English, and you can look for it in the translator, okay? Apply. For example, here is the moment where you can talk a little bit about your missionary experience, if you have it. Can you tell me about yourself and describe your background, right? That's something that you can include. And remember, It's in brief. Don't extend yourself so much. Number 2. How do you hear about this position? This is something that recruiters will ask you for sure. For sure, I would say that this is a very common question. How do you hear about this position? Please help me to read Daniel Ordóñez. First paragraph, please.
Okay. Employers want to know whether you are actively seeking out their company. Hear of the role from a recruiter,
Recruiter.
recruiter, or were recommended to the position by a current employee. In short,
Employee.
employee. Okay, employee. In short, they want to know how you got to them.
Thank you. Continue, Cesar, please.
If someone recommended you for the position, be sure to say their name. Don't assume that the interviewer already knows about the referral. You are probably want to also follow up with how you know the person who referred you. For example, if you and Steve who recommend you uh, worked to head together previously, worked together previously, or if you meet him over coffee at an networking event. Sorry, mention it to give yourself a little more creatively. If Steve works at the company and suggested that you apply for the job, explain why he thought you'd be the perfect fit.
Thank you. Continue, please, Adriana.
Teacher, I have a question. What is the meaning of fit?
Fit.
Yeah.
Look for it.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
In this case, the idea is that you would be the perfect fit means the perfect candidate. The perfect candidate. That's the idea. For example, if I say, Adriana is the perfect fit for a secretary. It means that you will fit in that position very good. If I say, okay, if Denzil wants to be a comedian, he is the perfect fit because he is funny. Perfect fit. Add it to your words. I want you to use that expression. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Add it.
Okay, teacher. I can read.
Okay.
Okay. If you thought out the role yourself, be clear about what color your age. Extra bonus point if you can align your values with the company and the vision. You want to convince the hiring manager that you close their company over all other companies for a few specific reasons.
Continue, Benjamin. Next paragraph here, please.
Yeah. Lastly, if you were curious, explain why you talk about it. Is the role should like a good fit? Doesn't it link with the direction you want to take your car, even if you weren't familiar with the organization prior to being recruited? Be enthusiastic about what you 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 have learned and honest about why you are interested in moving forward with the process.
Thank you. And then the example. Please help me to read. Manuel, example.
Okay, example. I learned about the position throughout LinkedIn is you've been following your companions. Page for a well-known and really passionate about the work you're doing in X, Y, and Z areas. So I was excited to Apple. The required skills match well with the skills I have, and it seemed like a great opportunity for me to contribute to your mission as well as a great next move for my
Career.
career, my career.
Thank you, Manuel. Okay. So second one, how do you hear about this position? Okay. Something that you will be asked for sure. And can you tell me about yourself and describe your background in brief? This is the first question the recruiter will ask to get to know you better. Okay. Now we will continue after break. Please take your 15 minutes break and see you here